99.9% of lesbians will always deny this. And I'm going to tell you, not only will they deny it, they absolutely will proclaim that they hate it. When this happens, stay tuned throughout the entire video message to find out what lesbians will deny to the end. Nobody can convince them of this. Nobody will be able to prove that they are right and that the lesbian is wrong about this. I am Giselle Wallace, certified gay life coach and author. I provide my lesbian perspective. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share the video. That helps me get the message out there, as well as it shows me the type of content you like for me to produce on my YouTube channel. Also, please follow me on my social media. My handle is at Giselle A. Wallace. And when you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you are welcome to join the Premium Tribe, which is my YouTube channel membership. All you need to do is hit the join button. Thank you for joining and thank you for subscribing. 99.9% of lesbians will always deny this. First, I just want to define what deny means. Deny sometimes gets confused with a person being in denial, but denying something is not the same as being in denial. When you deny something, it means that you do not accept a statement or an idea that is considered to be the truth as being the truth. In other words, you reject whatever the statement is or whatever the idea is as being the truth because it is not the truth. There are some people who make statements or accusations about people, and it is believed to be true because sometimes people hear it so much that they accept it as the truth, but it's really not the truth. So when you deny something, you're basically proclaiming that it is false information, that it is not the truth. Whereas if you are in denial about something, then that means that there is a statement or an idea about something that is the truth and that has been proven to be true. However, the person refuses to admit to the truth, or they refuse to be honest about the truth because they are not ready or willing to admit that it is the truth. So there is a huge difference between the word deny and the word denial. So in this message, I'm referring to the word deny. 99.9% of lesbians will always deny this, and they are not in denial. I am a woman who identifies as a lesbian, and I have been through this. And for every lesbian who is listening, 99.9% of you have been in this same predicament. There may be that, okay, I'll be a little bit gracious. 1% of lesbians will not be able to relate to this message at all. But you can't always expect everybody in the whole world to relate to something. That wouldn't be reasonable. However, because the majority of lesbians are able to relate to this, I feel like I need to discuss this. When you are a lesbian woman, it doesn't matter what your relationship status is. And what your relationship status means is you can be single, you could be dating, you could be married, you could be engaged, or you could be divorced, or you could be widowed. Those are relationship statuses. Some people don't think that being single is a relationship status, but it absolutely is. And how that is proven is whenever you go file your taxes, they ask you if you are single or married. You have to answer that question when you file taxes. So that's proof that being single is a relationship status. It impacts your life in many ways, even financially. And when a lesbian is single, she is usually perceived as being lonely or missing out on something. Now, keep in mind, this is a woman who is openly lesbian. People know that she's a lesbian. She's not hiding the fact that she's a lesbian. She's not DL. She's not closeted. She is openly lesbian. So people know that she's a lesbian. And when they know her relationship status as being a single woman, because they know she's a lesbian, they assume that she is lonely or that she is very confused about being in a relationship. But what about women who are lesbian and they are in a relationship? So if you are in a relationship, maybe you are engaged, maybe you are married, or you have a steady relationship with another woman and people know about it. They will know that you're married to another woman. They will know that you're engaged to another woman, or they will know that you are dating another woman because you are a lesbian woman and you've made it known, or people have asked you, are you in a relationship? And you've admitted to, yes, you are in a relationship and your partner is a woman. When this happens, when people see that you are a lesbian and you are in a relationship with another woman, they also look at your relationship status and they think, yeah, she's in a relationship with the woman, but is that really enough for her? It doesn't matter the relationship status of a woman who identifies as lesbian. She will be placed in this position by people who are looking on the outside. She doesn't do anything to cause people to think this way about her, nor does she even want to be placed in this positioning by other people who place her in the positioning, but it just happens. And the reason why it happens is because people know that she's a lesbian. Even though she may be single, because she's single, people think, oh, well, she's lonely, or she just doesn't really know what she wants right now. But if she is in a relationship with a woman, whether she's dating or engaged or married, they know that you're in a relationship with a woman, but they'll think in their mind, oh, well, yeah, I know that she is with this woman, but is that enough for her? And what ends up happening is people are always questioning the lesbian. They are never fully satisfied with the relationship status of a lesbian. I know that sounds a bit odd, but it's really the truth. So I'll repeat, they are never fully satisfied with the relationship status of a lesbian. Now, her relationship status has absolutely nothing to do with these people. She chooses the relationship status she is in, but they still like to think that a lesbian's relationship status is something that they should be able to have an opinion about or determine. They believe that they should be able to influence the lesbian about her relationship status. And so what happens is the lesbian is placed in this positioning of where she's being analyzed by all of these people according to her relationship status. This is actually ultimately what ends up happening. The people who are looking at the lesbian, and they're looking at the single lesbian, or they're looking at the lesbian who is in a relationship with a woman, doesn't matter what her relationship status is. This is what the people will say. They will say to the lesbian, you are only single. This is their logic. Listen, you have not met the right man. They will say to the lesbian who is single, you are only single because you have not met the right man. And then they'll look at the lesbian who is in a relationship with a woman. She's dating her, maybe she's engaged, maybe she's married. And she will look at the lesbian who is in the relationship with a woman, and she will say to that lesbian woman, you are in a relationship with a woman only because you have not met the right man. I'll repeat. It doesn't matter what the relationship status of the lesbian woman. She could be single or she could be in a relationship happily with a woman. The people will always dictate the reason why the lesbian is in the relationship status that she is in. They don't even consider her thoughts and her feelings or her decisions. They will enforce their opinions on the lesbian. So you have the single lesbian who people say, oh, well, she just can't be happy. I mean, she's single. She's lonely. She's confused about her life. Or you have the lesbian who may be married or engaged or dating in a serious relationship with another woman. And the people will look at her and they will say, yeah, she's in a relationship with another woman, but that's not really enough for her. Can't be. And the declaration that the people make to every lesbian is this when it comes to her relationship status. You have not met the right man yet. And this is why 99.9% of lesbians will always deny this. Because lesbians know the truth about themselves. After all, they are living their own life. And this is why 99% of lesbians absolutely hate this about people. Because they always assume and dictate a lesbian's relationship status, regardless of this woman having a mind of her own, and regardless of the fact that this woman is living in her truth, and regardless of the fact that this woman is an openly proud, confident lesbian. The people will always say to a single lesbian, oh, the reason why you're single is because you haven't met the right man yet. And the people will say to the lesbian who is in a relationship with a woman, oh, you're only with that woman because you haven't met the right man yet. And they really believe this. But you know what? Many of these people don't really believe this. They're just hoping that what they are saying to the lesbian, that it will come to reality. Because they see right before their eyes that this is a lesbian woman who is confident in her own skin. She is very content, very pleased with her relationship status. But you want to project your thoughts on the lesbian. You want the lesbian to be with the man because you do not want to accept the fact that lesbians exist. And this is the definition of lesbian erasure. This is so serious. I actually have observed so many women who identify as lesbian deal with this harsh situation of people always trying to control her relationship status. They're not satisfied if a lesbian is single, and they're not satisfied when a lesbian is in a relationship. And mind you, I'm referring to a healthy, thriving, beautiful, successful, loving relationship between two women. People can't be happy for them. No. They want to see them be miserable. Or they want to see a woman say, you know what? I know that I'm kind of playing along in this relationship with another woman, but I'm not really completely satisfied. I'm here with her for now, but I'm just secretly hoping that the Prince Charming of my dreams will just suddenly appear and take me away from this woman. You see, that's what they want a lesbian to say. But a lesbian is never going to say that. And this is why lesbians are always wanting to make sure that people know that they're lesbian. And people will say, well, why are you trying to force that on people? Why do you always have to announce that you're a lesbian? Why do you have to make it known that you are a gay woman? Because the people are always forcing their thoughts and beliefs on a lesbian. They're always trying to convince a lesbian that she is not who she says she is. So it's not that lesbians are forcing on you the fact that she identifies as a lesbian. What she's doing is she's correcting you when you falsely accuse her of not being a lesbian. And this is why 99.9% of lesbians will always deny this. When people say that a lesbian is only a lesbian because she has not met the right man yet. That is a lie. That is lesbian erasure. And that is a very crude way for people to treat lesbians just because they are not willing to accept her as a lesbian. I've written a book and it's titled Lesbian Erasure, How to Cope, Black Lesbian Edition, because I needed to address lesbian erasure because it is a societal sickness. Lesbians can make decisions for their own life. They do not need your input about their relationship status. Lesbians are not sitting around lonely and confused about their life, nor are they secretly daydreaming about Prince Charming. You cannot convince a lesbian that she is not a lesbian because lesbians know that they're lesbians. And this is why 99% of lesbians hate this about people, because they want to convince every lesbian that she wants a man. The truth about lesbians is that lesbians get approached by men all the time. Lesbians, if they wanted to change their relationship status from single to being in a relationship with a man, she knows that she can do that, but she won't do that. And lesbians who are in relationships with women, they know that they can end their relationship with a woman and go and be with a man, but she won't do it. Why won't she do it? Because she refuses to allow people to think that she is not really a lesbian. And she has every right to do so. She has every right to be herself. She has every right to live in her truth. And people need to stop forcing lesbian identified women to deny their existence as lesbians. While you are busy wanting lesbians to shut up about being a lesbian, maybe you should take your own advice and shut up about telling lesbians that they are not lesbians. And then you won't have to hear a lesbian say, I am a lesbian. 99.9% of lesbians will always deny this statement that lesbians are only single or in a relationship with another woman because she has not met the right man yet. Lesbians are lesbians. Lesbians exist. I commend every lesbian out there who denies when people say to them, oh, you're only a lesbian because you haven't met the right man yet. Stop worrying about a lesbian's relationship status. You should be more concerned about your own. Because if you are so concerned about a woman's relationship status who is a lesbian, it's really giving that you want her. If you're a man, it's not that you're concerned that she's a lesbian. You're just upset because you can't have her. And if you're a woman who's so concerned about a woman being a lesbian, more than likely you're jealous of her. Or maybe you want her. Thank you for listening. I am Giselle Wallace, certified gay life coach and author. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on social media. My handle is @GiselleWallace. I am a certified life coach. You can contact me. My website is www.gisellewallace.com. My contact information is also listed below in the description box. All you have to do is click more and you can contact me. Peace.